Good evening. My name is Colum Murphy, and I'd like to introduce you to the Secret Club, which is an anti-censorship tool. The inspiration for this comes from my career in China as a reporter. Specifically, as an example, a story that I wrote about a Christian church in central China was taken down just a couple of hours after it went online. So, this is an example of sort of after-the-fact censorship. We also have preemptive censorship. In either case, censorship is a tool whereby the authorities want to take control of the narrative. And obviously, it's not just a China problem. As you can see here, freedom of the press is definitely an issue around the world. So what is it then? Well, we're trying to develop a tool that automatically uploads stories that are potentially subject to censorship, that have a high risk of being taken down. So we want to do this in a quick and a safe way so that there's a shareable and permanent record available. This means that readers will continue to be able to access articles, and it also increases awareness of censorship in general. So obviously when we do this, we need to keep some things in mind. We need to do it in a way that safeguards the journalists that are uploading the stories. And it needs to be robust enough so that it cannot be infiltrated by governments. And we need to do it in a way that we can verify the trustworthiness of the article.
So the way it basically works is that a user will access a trusted media entity, and we have an algorithm that automatically scrapes the content from the publisher and stores it using IPFS, which is a decentralized storage system and network protocol. And once you store it on IPFS, it's pretty difficult to remove it because it's a decentralized system. And so via IPFS, we'll use what we have stored to create a website and constantly update it when things are taken down. So let's say you're in a country like China where you can't access an article any longer. You can get alerts using Telegram, which has an encrypted connection, and then you take that link and use something like a VPN to safely access that website.
Thank you. This is what it looks like. This is a website that you can actually access this article from. So here is a video of what is happening underneath the hood. So what you see here on your left is a scraper that is scraping the sensitive news websites, and then it is then storing it onto the decentralized network called IPFS. Every 20 minutes, this scraper will run, and then it will check for articles that has been removed. Once it finds an article that has been removed, it will send the link of this article through Telegram to the user. And as you can see here, this user is accessing this website that has been taken down from a completely different URL. You see it's ipfs.io, and now this link is permanent. So they can now access this from anywhere in the world without the need of any permission from any third party, basically. And this is not an easy problem to solve, especially from an infrastructure perspective. And at Cornell Tech, what we're also doing, apart from this project, is building a tool that allows any developers in a couple of lines of code to be able to make their applications censorship resistant. And this is outside of this secret club, and here is what it actually looks like. So in just a few lines of code, you can this is a few lines of JavaScript code. You can require the module, and then you can simply add a file to it. And this is something that usually takes 2 or 3 people to work on for a week or 2. And this is the project that we're working on, which will one day power the Secret Club, and it's called 0-bit. Thank you.
Thank you, team.
Oh, the next steps.